Hey everyone, I have this adorable pink flamingo mold and you have to follow along to see what I do with it. Turns out adorable. Several projects
This
I do.
project I'm using two molds, one round 2-inch diameter mold and one pink flamingo mold that's about 4 inches also, both from Amazon. I mix up my resin and actually using Michael's Recollection glitter, the color Berry Bale, and also the Dr. Martens Bombay India ink, the color Magenta. Also using the Resiners Smart Curing Machine. This is amazing. I never knew doing molds could be so fast and easy. I'm just shocked. Normally I have to wait overnight and this takes 2 hours and it's done. So after I mix my coloring in my resin, I pour it into my pink flamingo, and I do put a little drop of the clear Elmer's glue to keep the glitter from sinking to the bottom. And then in the other cup, I put some sand and some resin. And honestly, when you're mixing sand and resin, I think it's best if you have the resin in the bottom of the cup first. I just wasn't thinking about it. And then I poured this into the bottom of the 4-inch diameter round mold, and I put a bunch of shells down in the bottom. Then I pour a little more resin over the top, and they say it's in your best interest to assemble your molds on top of the curing machine so that you don't spill anything trying to move it onto it when it's ready to cure. When you're done assembling your project, you just put the translucent top on top and push the button, and it will run for 2 hours and it will automatically shut off. So after 2 hours, I take it out of the mold, and it says for molds thinner than 1/4 inch, they take a little longer. They'll still be kind of bendy, so let them sit for 30 minutes to an hour before you take them out of the mold. And for molds that are tall and the lid doesn't fit on, you can leave the lid off and it will heat it from the bottom and still cure it faster that way. So anyway, I took it out of the mold, and then I want to show you the difference. So this is cured. It's really nice and hard. And the resin that was left in the cup, this is what this resin would look like had I not put it on the curing machine, so that you can see how it's totally uncured. It's still all sticky and gooey. That's what it would look like if I had not cured it on the machine. Able to paint the beak on with the Let's Resin acrylic markers, but I don't know that I would recommend them for on resin. They work really well on glass, to paint on glass like what I did with my last project, but resin, it was a little bit more difficult, and I did put one of the little eyes there. And then I also took one of the glass pieces that I had used for the large pink flamingo I made the other day and made a little wing on it and UV resined that on there. And then I stood the pink flamingo up in the middle by using UV resin also. And for the other ones that I do in just a minute, you'll see I end up using a bonding resin from Let's Resin that's much faster, and I think it worked better. And then I added some blue glass and a little bit of blue resin to the top of it. And I also had some little tiny turtles that I put around the pink flamingo. This next pink flamingo, I used the T Expert epoxy pigment paste. They have some super pretty colors. I used the white, just mixed it in the resin, super easy to use. Poured it into both the pink flamingo and the round mold. And again, I used the Resiners curing machine and set it on there for 2 hours. Was done curing, I added some tiny pink beads and poured a little bit more resin over it and let that cure again for 2 hours. So I demolded the beaded one, and I did need to use the deburring tool to get some of the edges off because the what's supposed to be the back of the mold is actually being used as the front. I guess I could have done this backwards and it would have been the other way, put the beads first. And again, I used the Let's Resin acrylic markers for the beak. And again, I think these work much better on glass than on resin. Work amazing on glass. On the resin, I had a little bit more of a difficult time using them. I think the permanent oil-based markers would have worked best for the black and the white on the resin. Took a teeny tiny eye and attached it to the pink flamingo, and I used this bonding resin. I really could have used the regular UV resin, but I had gotten it out to attach the pink flamingo to the round mold at the bottom. And the difference between the UV bonding resin and regular UV resin is that it takes 3 seconds to cure and regular UV resin 3 to 5 minutes. So it was just easier for me to stand up the flamingo in that way. Then I mixed up some regular resin and poured a little bit in the bottom just for a nice base to secure the glass that I'm about to put in. And this glass I had actually colored on with the Dr. Martin's Bombay India ink when I did that video a while back demonstrating what it looked like. I had all this glass left over, so I thought I would use it, and they're super pretty colors. 2 real cute tropical leaf earrings that I end up using and placing them in front of the pink flamingo, but I can't do that right now because I've already poured the regular resin. I have to wait till that cures, and then I'll attach these with UV resin. So next I have a whole bunch of little pink and white pearl beads and some glittery ones, and I just put those all around the pink flamingo. Use a little bit more resin just to secure them in place. And here it is all cured. Isn't that cute? I think this turned out so pretty. I love that glass on there. And I like it against the white background too. Isn't that cute? I think my pink flamingo might be a little bit too much to the left, but he still looks so cute, and I love that glass. I really like the hot pink flamingo better than the other one. And so anyway, I had made up a third pink flamingo with the glittery pink glitter from Michaels. Used the same glasses I used with the hot pink one, and then I had some lily pads and a little frog I put on it, and some of the flowers, and a bunch of beads that I put around it. This one I did not use the little glass wing like I had on the very first one. And I just think this one turned out so cute too with the pink flamingo. This one I didn't put the wing on, but I love that little frog sitting on the lily pad and the little flowers on there, and that glass is so pretty.
Hey everyone, I have to duck down so you can see me and my flamingos. So anyway, I think they all turned out cute. I think that this pink, the glittery pink with the glitter in it, is super pretty, but it looks so dull next to this hot pink one, don't you think? But anyway, look at with the frog in there. Isn't that cute? I think that's so pretty. And that glass is, you know, the Dr. Martin's Bombay India ink it's painted with. And I have a video that I did a while back showing you how to paint the crushed glass and the fire glass with it, and how it, you know, works really well, and what pretty colors they have, and how they don't run or they don't fade like the alcohol inks, which to me is a big deal. You know, you don't have to seal this. It's good to go. You color it, dry it for an hour. As long as it's perfectly dry, it will not run. So anyway, I thought that was pretty, and I love the hot pink. I think that's so cute. And those little leaves in there and the glass. And so I used the Let's Resin markers. And although, you know, I did my last video I did with the Let's Resin markers on glass, and they work really well on glass, I really don't recommend them for on resin. I think it was more difficult to paint with them on resin. I think you would have been better off using the permanent, not metallic, but oil-based markers, permanent oil-based markers. And actually, I think I touched up the black on several of them with the black oil-based markers after I did the acrylic one. So the acrylic one's great on glass, not so great on resin, my opinion. This one, I'm not real thrilled with how the bottom turned out. I think it might have looked better had I not put the blue resin on it, then you would have seen through to the seashells in that better. So I wasn't real thrilled with that, but I loved the way the two of these both turned out with the pretty glass, and I love the white base. I think in the white base behind it too, I think it really sets it off. But what else was I gonna tell you? Anyway, I thought those were cool. This Resiners smart curing machine, best thing ever. I did all those rabbits. If you want to see a really cool video with the rabbits all on stands around Easter time, and they turned out so nice. If I had had this when I was doing those, it would have taken like a quarter of the time, because each rabbit I poured, I had to wait till the next morning to demold it. I wasn't using any fast cure resin. This 2 hours, it shuts off by itself, and they're not paying me to say that. I'm just telling you, this is really a game changer. So I love it. I almost wish it was like 4 times the size. But and if you do have a mold that's too tall, you can just leave it off, or on one of them I set it on top of it. It wasn't, touching any of the resin. You can't see me, but that worked well that way too. So if you do have to leave the top off, it will take a little bit longer to cure, but it will cut your cure time at least in half. So, and the other thing about this, you can use most molds on it, but this is a mold that I used, and you'll see a project I have coming up. This is a real thin, flimsy mold. If you have a thin, flimsy one like this, do not use it with the curing machine, because it actually deformed it. This one it went back into shape after. It didn't ruin it. But this has a wood base around it, and even with that, in the curing machine, because it gets so warm, it kind of pushed it away from the sides. So like this one, these ones, which are not super thick, but these are fine in them. Most molds are fine in them. This is just a super, super flimsy one that I had gotten on Temu. They do sell it on Amazon too, so watch out for it. Any of the molds that have a wood base to kind of hold it up or support it probably are too thin to use in this machine here. So, but most molds you can use. So I just wanted to warn you about that, because it could ruin your project. So, hey everyone, Resiners is doing a giveaway, the Hand in Hand mold. It's a great big mold by Resiners, and not only do you get the mold, but they send you the flowers that go with it. There's 2 packs of flowers in this, and if you've never tried Resiners flowers, they have some really nice flowers on their website too. So a giveaway for the Hand in Hand mold, just write under the comments Hand in Hand mold, and you'll be put in for the drawing. Okay, back to the video. So most regular molds work fine. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to tell you about it. I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed the project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. I try to put out at least 1 video every week. We have the Facebook page going. Come join us over there, an amazing group. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.